Well, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of this bikepacking adventure in the West Country. Thank you for joining me for part 2 of this adventure, where I leave Bath behind and head towards and traverse the spectacular Cheddar Gorge before reaching the amazing Wells Cathedral and the historic town of Glastonbury. I find a wildcamping spot at a bird sanctuary whilst trying to sort out my never-ending puncture. The next day I head towards Minehead, negotiating the Quantock Hills in 30-degree heat, where I end up getting another puncture, but eventually arrive at my destination Minehead, where I get my first view of the coastline. Hello, good morning. It's day 3 and this is my camp spot from last night. It's the first day I've had morning dew in my tent for a little while, and on my last trip it was bone dry every day, which was too good to be true, so back to wet tents again today. I'm about 5 miles away from Bath, heading towards Minehead. I should be stopping at Wells, Cheddar Gorge and possibly the Wookey Hole caves if I can leave my bike somewhere, but it's always an issue. You never know what's going to happen. It's going to be an absolute scorcher today. It's going to be in the region of about 29 degrees, so maybe 30, which is too hot on the bike, to be honest. It's already too hot yesterday, so we'll see how I get on with that, but I think I'm going to be suffering somewhere along the line. Anyway, I'm going to head off in a minute, pack camp, and I will report in soon. Hello, good morning. It's 8:45 on day 3. I've made it to a place called Magna, just outside Magna, on a medieval bridge, I've just been told by some locals. It's a really nice setting, and I'm heading off towards Wells at the moment. I've just stopped at a church in Magna for a light breakfast, a nice cup of tea. That was more than welcome, and had a quick shave at the church tap as well. So you've got to think of these things every now and again. So I'm not staying on a campsite, so you have to improvise where you can. Churches are a good place because they often have water, a nice bench to sit on, and just generally pleasant places basically. So yeah, I tend to try and stop at churches whilst I can. Okay, I'm going to report in a little bit later at Wells. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, just a quick one. I'm at the Woodford Lake Cafe, and I've just had to soak myself with water because it's so hot already at 9:15 in the morning. But it's such a gorgeous setting, I couldn't resist getting the drone out here. Absolutely stunning little place. Okay, onwards and upwards to towards Wells now. See you soon. Bye. Cheddar Gorge is a stunning natural landmark in Somerset, known for its dramatic limestone cliffs, extensive cave systems, and historical significance. It's the largest gorge in England, formed by glacial meltwater over millions of years, and houses the famous Cheddar Caves, including Goff's Cave, which contains the remains of Cheddar Man, Britain's oldest complete human skeleton. Cheddar Gorge is a river gorge, not a collapsed cavern, carved by meltwater floods during the Ice Age. Permafrost during the Ice Age forced meltwater to flow on the surface, eroding the limestone and creating the gorge's cliffs. The Cheddar River gradually moved underground, forming the caves within the gorge. The gorge is part of the Mendip Hills, an area known for its limestone geology. Could I sit somewhere over there so I can see my bike?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, full English, anything else?
That's all, thank you.
Alright then. Do you want to pay for that now or after?
I'll pay for it now, thanks. Yeah, ready to pay.
That's £12.95 then, please. There you go. Thank you very much. Do you want the receipt?
No, that's fine, thank you.
Alright then.
Do you have a couple of PowerPoints that I could use to charge my phone and things?
Yes, I can plug it in just back there if that's alright.
Oh, okay. There's nothing in the vicinity?
There might be one actually.
I've got a few.
Oh no, there is a free one actually. Just over down there.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you. Hi. Hello, good afternoon. It's 1:30 on day 3. I've just stopped because my puncture's turned into a slow puncture, and yeah, you've got to take a bit of care when it comes to these sort of things. I could feel it getting a bit squishy go around the corners, so what I've done is pumped it up. I've actually focused on where the dyno plug was stabbed in, because a little bit of it sticks out, so I've burnt that with a lighter and I've put some super glue on it in the hope that that might do something. I'm just waiting for that to set at the moment. So this is the dyno plug that I was talking about, so just so you can see that. This is actually a larger version of the one I stabbed in yesterday. You basically stab them in and it's supposed to seal the hole. The problem is there might not be much sealant left inside the tyre, which means it might not be sealing the tiny little hole that there is. So let's see what happens with burning it combined with super glue. I've just come from Cheddar where I had a nice full English. Really needed that. I felt a little bit empty earlier on. It's absolutely boiling now, so hydration is going to be the order of the day. I'm not far from the Wookey Hole cave, so I'll be there shortly. Whether I go in or not will depend on circumstances, how long it takes, and where if anywhere I can leave my bike. Anyway, the show goes on, so I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you. So I've just left Wookey Hole. Unfortunately there was too much of a wait really. It's about 3/4 of an hour. I don't really have that sort of time to hang around. So I'm going to move on to Wells, which is only a 1.5 miles up the road, and hopefully check out the cathedral. So I'm sure the cathedral will be waiting there for me, so no problem there. Okay, it's boiling hot. Just had a nice refreshing Dr. Pepper's drink, so ready for action again. See you in Wells. Bye for now. Hello, it's 3:15. I've just spent the last half an hour, maybe more, fixing my puncture. I finally put a tubolito in, and hopefully that's the end of that, because it was just going down and getting squishy around the corners, so had to sort that out. Now I actually fixed that in the grounds of, no, it's not Wells Cathedral, it's actually a parish church, which actually fooled me because I thought it was Wells Cathedral. I thought it was a little bit on the small side, but it's still very magnificent. But no, it's just a parish church, so still good. I might send a drone up because it's still very nice, and then I'll finally head to the cathedral, which isn't far away. Okay, see you soon. So this is Wells. At last, the Wells Cathedral. What an amazing place it is. There's more than the cathedral here. I don't know everything about it at this stage, but I'm sure I'll look into it for the video. And got some nice aerial footage with the drone and the approach up to Wells Cathedral. Well, that's all for me for now. I'm going to head off towards Minehead now. Not sure what's next around the corner. I'll update as I go along. But I've got to do about another 30 miles in this searing heat. Absolutely sweltering, so I'm drinking buckets at the moment, but it's going to be a hot one tonight as well, so can't wait for that. Okay, that's all for me. Bye for now. Wells Cathedral, located in the heart of Wells, is a remarkable example of English Gothic architecture, notable for being the first English cathedral to be built entirely in this style. Its construction began around 1175, replacing an earlier church, and continued for over 300 years, with additions and extensions occurring until after the English Civil War. The cathedral's west front is particularly celebrated, featuring intricate carvings and sculptures. Here we go again, another puncture. So yeah, this is the third puncture now, and it's really sort of trashed my day really. I'm not going to make the miles that I wanted to make today, so I've just stopped and I've taken the tubolito out. You'll see that behind me. I've put a patch on it. I've checked the tyres for thorns, and I did find a thorn in there, so I'm hoping that is it now. And we'll be on our way soon. I'm going to eat some porridge now because I'm in the middle of nowhere and I'm actually quite hungry, so I'm going to eat something just to keep going, and maybe top up the food later if I get to Glastonbury. Anyway, that's all for now. You've got to smile because these things happen. I've done plenty of trips where nothing like this happens at all. I apply the oats and the chocolate protein once the milk has boiled, otherwise it kind of burns the pan, and burnt pans out in sticks are no good to me, so this is the way I do it. It looks a little bit lumpy, but it tastes nice, so I'm not too worried about that. I've got a few donuts as well, so I'll fill up on some donuts at the same time. How to live in style bikepacking. Eating porridge whilst you're fixing your bike. You can't beat it. Hello, good morning. It's 7:15 in the morning on day 4. This is my camp spot. It's not a bad place actually. It's in the woods and it's not far from a birdlife sanctuary, and I'll just show you around a little bit. It's going to be another scorcho today. It's going to be about 32 degrees, so how I'm going to cope with that I do not know. I haven't checked to see whether my puncture is holding up yet, so that might be the next clip. But yeah, you can see that there's a bird hide behind me. I did check that out last night, but it was a little bit too hot in there, so I gave it a miss. It was like a greenhouse in there, but it would have been potentially a good little spot for if it was raining or something like that, you know, a bit like a bothy or something. You guessed it, I've got a puncture again. Just tried to pump up my tyre, it was flat as a pancake, and the air went straight through, so I'm guessing the Tubolito patch has failed. I'm not going to buy Tubolitos anymore. That's the first time I've tried those, and the both Tubolitos have failed me. I think they're too thin and not suitable for off-road and things like that. So I've got a spare inner tube that I bought from Halfords last night, so fingers crossed that gets me to Bridgewater, and I can buy another tube or something like that. But yeah, been unlucky on this trip. Started with tubeless, the tubeless failed, ran out of sealant, so I should have brought some of that perhaps, and now the Tubolitos have failed. So I've never been that unlucky before, but there's a first time for everything. Okay, quick update on day 4. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, back on the trail. I put the new inner tube in, and it's too early to say if it will hold up or not. Hopefully there's no thorns in there. I think the Tubolito patch failed, so I'll need to try and get another inner tube in Bridgewater. Hopefully it all works out, otherwise I'm stuffed. Okay, that's all for now. It's a lovely hot day, by the way. 32 degrees, it's going to be a scorch show, so not too bad now though. I'll enjoy it while it lasts. Bye. Hello, it's about 12:30, day 4. I've just stopped for a nice refreshing iron brew. Talked to a little old lady who's very interesting, and so I'm feeling hydrated now, and I've got to go up a massive hill in the Quantock Hills, which is an area of outstanding natural beauty, but yeah, I'm not sure I'll see it that way when I'm going up the hill because it's absolutely massive. But it's a sign of things to come in Devon and Cornwall anyway, so might as well get used to that. Just bypassed a reservoir, but it said keep out, so couldn't go swimming in there, otherwise I'd have been in there for a dip. Anyway, I'll join you on the hill. Join me on the hill. Bye for now, bye. This hill is insanely steep. God knows how long it will go on for. There's no way I can ride up here. So, hike a bike all the way. This is the Quantock Hills. Hopefully I get a nice view at the top somewhere. So this bike sure is heavy, pushing. So back on the bike now. I don't think I'm at the top though, so there's some temporary respite here. Oh no, so it's not going to stay flat for long. Yo, looks like it's going to be a tough one. Okay, let's keep going. It's barely rideable. Might not look steep, but it is. Lovely views from top of the Quantock Hills. Stunning. A lovely day. Bit too hot though for me. Jesus. Hello there. How are you? Hello. Hello, it's 2:15 in the afternoon. I'm taking a break for lunch now. I'm going to have my noodles in a moment. And what a lovely spot. It's I'm up in the Quantock Hills. I'm at the highest point of the journey so far, about 350 meters. I don't think it'll be the highest point of the whole journey because I'm going to Dartmoor later as well, and I think that's 450, 500, something like that. As you can see, I'm drying off my top behind me. It was a bit sweaty, but I'm going to have lunch in the shade. It's boiling hot, but it's a real pleasure to be here in the Quantock Hills. Really beautiful. I understand now why they call it an area of special, outstanding beauty. Absolutely amazing place. I'll give you a little. I've just done a few drone shots, but I'll give you a whirl so you can have a look for yourself. It's really nice. Just seen one young couple, but I haven't seen anybody else up here. Just the job. hello. You've got big horns. First sign of the sea. Hello, it's 8:15 on day 4 and I've reached the coast at Minehead. What a day it's been. I've been in the Quantock Hills most of the day, really slow going. It was really rocky, lots of hiker bike, and then in the evening I managed to get another puncture on the way down the hill, just a thorn, so I took the thorn out and I had to improvise because I didn't have any patches, so I used some Gorilla tape and some glue that I have for the Jubilee toes. That seemed to do the trick, and yeah, I'm on my way. So far so good. Off to find a camp spot now, so if I get time I'll report in later. If not, see you in the morning. Bye for now, bye. I hope you enjoyed part 2 of this bikepacking adventure through the West Country. Please join me for part 3, where I leave Minehead behind and cross through the Exmoor National Park towards Linton and Lynmouth, where I decide to find a campsite in order to take a few days rest and explore the local area. At Linton and Lynmouth I find myself trying to cool off in a rock pool in the extreme heat and explore the nearby spectacular Valley of the Rocks. I finish my journey by heading towards Barnstaple in Devon, where I decide to end the adventure due to the inclement weather coming in. Watch out in the coming weeks and months as I hope to return to finish off the Devon and Cornish coastlines. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.